Well, it's one of the biggest problems in America today, and the out-of-control heroin epidemic facing our country is worsening. At least 23 people in Ohio die each week from heroin. Now, one retired judge there is giving drug offenders a second chance, fueling the question, should addicts be treated like patients or like criminals? Joining us now is Scott Vanderkar. He's an attorney and a retired Franklin County municipal judge. Thank you so much, Scott, for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Well, we want to start first with your personal story. Why did you start these programs to help guys or women that have problems with drugs?
It started probably 10, 15 years ago. A Supreme Court judge came to me, asked me to start mental health court, and I did that for 10 years. County prosecutor asked me to do drug court, so I then started drug court. And I saw the impact. We were changing lives every day, saving lives every day. As you pointed out, 2,482 people died of overdose in Ohio in 2014. We have a national health epidemic that we need to address.
Well, you say that 1 out of 5 Ohio residents knows someone who is struggling with heroin. I think all of us can relate to that. Any personal stories there? Do you know anyone that has dealt with this?
Yes, I dated a lady where her son, 18-year-old, 11 months ago, died of a heroin overdose.
Wow, I'm very sorry for that. So what are you doing now? Tell us about the program.
Drug court is one where sometimes people think at first, oh, you're being soft on crime. Not at all. You're keeping people accountable. You take a plea to an offense. You make them come and see the judge every single week. You make them do 90 AA meetings in 90 days. You make them go to intensive out treatment, patient treatment. You make them test for drugs 3 to 5 times a week. If they don't follow the program, you do have a consequence, including locking them up. Many times at graduation, a graduate would say, Judge Vanderkar, it's the second time you locked me up that I finally got it, and I started following the rules. I think the other part with a drug court, they are typically a 2-year-long program. The program has to be long enough to keep the person accountable for a long period of time to get them out of that habit, to break that cycle. The other thing that we found came of great assistance is medically assisted treatment. Vivitrol pushed us up to being 70% successful. If you can be 70% successful with a program with a heroin addict, that needs to be spread throughout Ohio and throughout the country, and that's what I'm set out to do.
That's amazing. 70% of the people, 7 out of 10 coming out clean. I mean, we all need to pay attention to this, and other states need to take notice of this, because let's face it, drug addicts, when they're going behind bars, they're not getting clean as a result. You have to find out why someone is doing the drugs. Is that what you have found? You have to find out the reason and why they're so lonely, or what the void is?
Absolutely. You know, there's 2 problems there. Everyone is self-medicating many times. High percentage are self-medicating some kind of personal issue. But also, as I was even preparing for this morning and looking at some of the data out there and just casually talking to somebody on the phone last night, you know, it has become where it's in the young people that heroin it's okay to casually use heroin. That's not acceptable because of the destruction that it has. It grips their life. It's not just the loss of life. That is huge. But it's the destruction of the family that they're in. They steal from their parents. They lie to their parents. It's very destructive.
Absolutely. People say, why heroin? Well, I know it's cheap and it's easy to get. Thank you so much for being with us, Judge, and explaining all of this, and for loving all of these individuals who deserve to be loved. They're someone's child. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you.